Okay, schematic. Okay, Fender Pro schematic. Let's see. So the Fender Pro. Oh, the Fender Pro is what is this 5 meg resistor right here? Feedback? Yeah, it is, I guess. This has a 5E5E, yeah, it has a direct coupled cathode follower. Huh. Let's see. 22, no, that's right, 22. Let's see. What else is in here? Looks right. These 150 caps, which are fine. Probably not a Mojo Tone kit. I don't remember any of their kits selling having maybe back in the day. I don't know. Is this the bias adjustment pot right here? It's kind of a funky way of doing it.
Yeah, that's what it looks like, huh?
Yeah, I think it is. Add that on here. And it goes well, volume controls, then it goes into this, has a cathode follower, kind of like a bassman, but it has a different tone stack than a bassman. So that's kind of cool. I don't really. The first tube is a 12, it's AY and then 12 AY. So both these are supposed to be AY.
Yeah, this one here, this is an RCA. Yeah. And then this one, the writing on it is like, it's all worn off, so I couldn't really tell, but I think I could see a little Y on there. So I'm pretty sure that's a 12AY7.
I think this is a AT7.
Is it?
For sure, yeah.
Oh, okay.
So look at the skinny plates on here. That's an AT7. Like here's one right here. See the skinny plates it has? Those are AT7s.
Oh, okay. Well, I thought it was a...
Well, this is, some people, AY7 is somewhere in between an AT7 and an AX7 for audio purposes. Actually, I think an AT7 can dissipate more heat. That's why they have different plates, but...
Well, I had for a while all 12 AX7s in it, and it just didn't sound right.
The first stage of an amp usually doesn't even overdrive, so you just wanted to make the best, cleanest signal. And stuff.
Well, I mean, that's the problem with the 12 AX7 is it does overdrive it.
Remember, Tweed amps are, dirtier sounding than other. I like these Tweed amps a lot better. These are my favorite. If I could get an original Tweed amp, I would. That's like one amp I wouldn't put money on. I don't know what the hell. Are these 1 ohm resistors or something? Oh no, they're just
the tag board being all bent.
Like this is the way they used to build it back in the days. They have 2 boards. One's just insulated, and then the regular board on top, and it's just it's just bolted to there. And then they have wires. That's why it's bent, because there's wires running in between the 2 boards. And anybody who's looked inside an old Fender will know that this is even like all those old amps. They used to they didn't put it on standoffs. They just bolted it right to the chassis. And that's fine, it's perfectly fine.
All right. Yeah, I was just curious because the first time I looked inside there, I was kind of like, what?
You never opened up like your Princeton? It has the same kind of board.
Yeah, I just don't recall seeing it looking like that.
Yeah,
that was the thing.
Perfectly fine. Now I need to plug in that thing to test the bias, so. He has 1 ohm resistors there already.
Oh, okay.
Which is good. One of these S6DC. What the hell's in there?
Lead? I don't know.
Alright, well.
It's a big old copper tube.
Well, why they do that? What the hell's in there? Oh, the key's broken.
It is?
Yeah. It's not in there. And, no. Oh, black light ones, though. Anyways, let's see.
2 Rectifier.
Yeah, that's what the original had. See, 5E4 GB.
Yeah, and that's a 5
U4GB.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Oh, let's.
Well, you know how I am. I like things original, so.
I don't know. I think these amps sound better with 2 rectifiers. And... Does this have a standby? Yeah, it does have a standby. How did you do the standby here?
So the ground switch is not connected.
Yeah, it's not connected. It's a brand new switch. So if any of these ever go bad, you have a spare. Yeah, it's in the schematic. They don't even have a standby switch on the schematic itself. But on their layout, see, it has ground switch, fuse, AC switch, and standby switch. But when you hot switch a standby, see, and then this is the DC coming out. It's in series with the switch.
Okay.
When you hot switch a rectifier, it damages it. And that's probably why they... Selenium. Oh, let's have a selenium rectifier in it. That's pretty cool for the bias. Yeah, so maybe it'll work for, you know, it just shortens the tube life.
Okay.
A lot. So,
All right.
you know, maybe I don't have any I mean, you know, we could try play it, but I mean, it's just not good in the long run. It's gonna eventually burn out this rectifier tube.
Okay. So should get another Weber
Well,
at some point, maybe, huh?
or just leave the standby switch on and don't use it.
Okay.
That's what you should do.
All right.
Leave it on standby.
Well, because a lot of that's sort of like the conventional wisdom these days now is that,
Well, standby switches, like I said, they serve no purpose, really.
yeah.
All they do is cause more issues. I mean, you shouldn't. See, what's happening is when you have it, when you're hot switching it, it's basically, so this is where the DC comes out from the rectifier, right here, and it goes into the standby switch, and then, so it's off, and then when you switch it on, it has a rush of current to fill all these capacitors in the amplifier. So when you switch it and it, you know, rushing all that, it damages the tube rectifier. So,
Okay.
you know, wow, that's bad. Usually, like on later blackface Fender amps, they rearrange the way that where the standby works. It's actually in between the first filter cap and the second filter cap. Standby switch is in between there, so that way the tube rectifier always has a charged cap, so there's not this rush of. It's still not good, you know. But it doesn't hot switch tubes rectifiers, which is that. So, yeah, this is broken. Key, you know, you could just buy a replacement or get a new one. You know, whatever. Either way. But well, if you're gonna get rid of this, I'll put it. I'll throw it away. I could still use it for something. Actually, I want to open this up and see what it is. But okay, yeah. Let's test it out. Let's see what happens. So this is measuring cathode current, which is the complete current through the whole tube.
Okay.
Under bias, then maybe 70, but you know, that works fine too.
Okay.
That's perfectly fine.
It was running a little cold right now.
Well, you know, like I said, you know, 70% is like the, like, you know, it's like that's the standard, but that's as high as you would go, I guess. Even though a lot of amps you bias hotter, but yeah, that's like the standard, I guess you'd say. So I guess you could say it's a little cold, but you know, I think Fender would do that anyway. Maybe make the tube off on there a little bit. I don't know.
So would that bias number change if we put the Weber rectifier back in there?
Yeah, a little bit, but it would be proportional.
Okay.
the plate voltage would be higher, but the bias would be a little bit different. But it still would be a 60% about, or whatever I said it was, 41%. It would still be
Okay.
in that neighborhood.
All right.
The plate voltage will be higher though. You know, and tube rectifiers have sag. They have voltage sag, so that changes the way it sounds a little bit. I think better for especially these kind of amps.
Let's plug a guitar into it.